Our fourth guest speaker is Mathew Cammiss. Mathew is the Chief Financial Officer at Shop for Shops. Mathew is a member of the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand with a 13-year career in both public practice and industry roles. Over this time, Mathew has been heavily involved with various SME businesses, ranging from business advisory, insurance, retail and wholesale trade. Mathew is not your typical back-of-the-office accountant, preferring to get his hands dirty across various parts of a business. Mathew's key motivation is to help businesses become better operators and make more money. Mathew is going to present Embrace the Challenge.
Yeah, hey.
Good evening, everybody. Up until February last year, my career had always shown a consistent trajectory since entering the workforce. I'd been at Shop for Shops for 5.5 years with promotions along the journey and was starting to get itchy feet, seeking a new challenge and thinking about my next career step. I reached out to Katie-Jeyn, attended the How to Accelerate Your Career in 12 Months or Less training, and signed up for the Career Acceleration Mastermind program. Before starting to look for greener pastures, we came up with a plan to improve my situation at my current employer. The plan was to increase my responsibilities, help take the business to the next level, and in return, obtain a promotion to a more senior role. Full of confidence, I commenced positive discussions with my directors, and then, bang, COVID-19 hits. Unlike toilet paper and other essential discretionary spending, retail spending is obliterated, and our business is not spared as a casualty. Our year-on-year sales were down 21% in March, 71% down in April, and down 63% in May. Many staff at Shop for Shops were stood down, some made redundant, and senior staff, myself included, asked to take a 25% pay cut. There is genuine panic across the business and whether it will survive. At the same time, my wife and I are in the middle of trying to purchase our first home, and we're worried that our finances may fall through as the banks start to tighten lending. The challenge, it appears, was truly on for the first time in my career. The directors at Shop for Shops identified an opportunity to fast-track the establishment of a distribution centre in the western suburbs of Melbourne. A project originally planned to span 2 years was now reduced to a 3-month turnaround. Keen to take on this new challenge, I put my hat in the ring to be in charge of setting up this distribution centre from the ground up. The business had never operated a sophisticated warehouse, and the condition of the existing site was bordering on a pigsty. There was a lot of work to be done. Despite my lack of experience in warehousing, I'm given the nod due to my leadership ability and previous track record of executing projects to tight deadlines. Soon enough, I'm whisked away from the comfort and experience of my usual office-bound role and thrown into the deep end, getting my hands dirty, literally. Soon after, I celebrate my first win as my wife and I successfully secure the purchase of our first home in the Mornington Peninsula. I attend the 2-day session with Katie-Jeyn in April and walk away knowing deep down, long term, I need to start looking for other roles in order to accelerate my career. I start applying for many roles and discover that finding a new role, senior finance and accounting during COVID, was much more difficult than it was a very humbling experience. In addition to the newfound rejection and loss of confidence, I'm working under extreme pressure at the distribution centre and simultaneously trying to manage the business's finances during this very difficult period. In July, Melbourne goes to a 112-day lockdown and I start to find myself not enjoying work for the first time in my career, feeling alone and isolated from the management team. I push through the next 3 months, and soon enough, the distribution centre is beginning to operate well, as planned, and I commence the handover to the new warehouse manager. In November, I'm pipped at the post for a senior financial controller role at a much larger organisation after 3 stages of interviews. In spite of this, I'd already started to enjoy my current job more and more each day. I realised that missing out on the role was a blessing in disguise, and I was simply trying to escape my tough situation rather than work through it. I decided to continue to embrace the challenge in front of me and make the most out of my current role. I had nothing to lose. Shortly after, I celebrate my second win as I successfully negotiate to work home every Friday. No longer am I at odds with traffic heading down the Mornington Peninsula on a busy Friday afternoon. Today, Shop for Shops has bounced back really well, having a record first 4 months this calendar year.
Yay!
The business's costs have reduced significantly. The distribution centre has set up the business for future growth. The icing on the cake for this crazy 12 months was being able to celebrate my final win a few weeks ago, as I did manage to get that promotion in the end, and I'm now the Chief Financial Officer at Shop for Shops.
Yay!
I'm a much stronger and resilient person today thanks to the challenges faced over the past 12 months. So my career acceleration power tip for you is to embrace the challenge. Don't try to run away from tough challenges. Embrace them and you will succeed in the long run.
Love it.
Congratulations. Yeah, let's give him a round of applause.
Woohoo!
Amazing. Look at all those messages coming through on the chat box. That is awesome, Matt. Great work. Well done, Matt. Good speech. Wow, Matthew, such a great story. Lots to be proud of. CFO, way to go. They're all coming through thick and fast. So how do you feel, Matthew?
I feel very proud and grateful.
Yeah, you should be. Very inspiring speech there. Matthew, we were so excited about your career acceleration at the very beginning when we started working together, and everything was coming together nicely. And then COVID-19 hit and bang, it was a scary time for all of us. But what I love about you is that you did embrace the challenge. And I also love that you are a phenomenal leader, because not only do you own the business, like you're hands-on, you love to be a transformational leader in all areas of the business. The second reason why you're a phenomenal leader is because no one would have known how challenging COVID-19 was for you. Because despite it being challenging, you just got on with the job, right? And it's only after the fact that we actually realised how much of an impact it really had on you. The universe had other things in store for you. We're not meant to leave Shop for Shop, and you really deserve to have that CFO role. So I've absolutely loved working with you, and I'm so glad that you got that third and final win. So let's give him a round of applause, everybody.